So hello everyone, welcome to another episode for our International Women's Day interview series. So today we have together with us Sarah the Managing Director at Search Personnel. So welcome Sarah, and thanks for taking time to do this phone interview with us today.
Yes, hello Jaslyn. Correct.
So maybe to start off, you would like to share with us more about yourself, your role, and your company to our audience, please.
Okay, sure. So hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I'm Managing Director of Search Personnel. So we are actually a recruitment agency firm that we do recruitment for perm and executive search in Singapore and Asia market.
Okay, thank you. And Sarah, I think throughout your career, you would have definitely met and even worked with many inspiring female leaders. So maybe from your point of view, you can also share with us what are some of the qualities that you really admire in female leaders as well.
Okay, sure. So for female leaders, what I really, very inspired if they are passionate, knowledgeable, committed, decisive, strong, humane, and also they lead by example and not just by words. This is the important qualities of what I see in the female leaders.
Yep. And I think leading by example, I think personally to me also resonates a lot. I think leaders who walk the talk, it's really quite important, and a lot of us, I think we learn through examples, and being able to observe such leadership around us, we'll try to mimic and do the same ourselves.
Yes, definitely.
So maybe shifting our focus a little bit on the work environment as well. So throughout the past 1 year, I mean, we are in March 2021 today. The last 1 year has many changes that happened due to the pandemic, and especially our ways of working have definitely evolved to adapt to where we are today. So maybe from your perspective, how has COVID-19 actually influenced your work?
Okay, because our work is we have to introduce candidates to our clients, so it deals with a lot of, they consider HR, but it's not just human resource, but human relationship. So what happens is that our client, they are more careful with their hiring during this pandemic because there is many uncertainty in the businesses and in the economy. So when the interview are being held online, there is this lack of a personal touch, no face-to-face opportunity. The employee and the employers, they cannot feel each other vibe, which is actually important in in my view, because of the human connection is actually very important and much needed when they are working together. So but ultimately at the end of the day, now that the COVID is getting slightly better, so more and more people are choosing the face-to-face interview, because when there is a Zoom interview, there is this they just cannot decide whether is this person suitable for the role. So there is a lot of cases that are not closed, but now that it's getting better, more and more face-to-face meet up, then I can see that more offers are being made. And also for our site, Search Personnel, is technology help us a lot. We have many insightful and positive changes in our workflow because of this pandemic, because there was a lockdown in April and May, and I can see that we are even more productive now with the changes that we have forced to take on during this pandemic. So I would say that it's a positive change. It's not that, it's a good influence, I would say.
So maybe within your team itself, what was the one thing that you think were something fruitful that came out of this whole experience?
Just that, the use of the technology that makes everything more productive, that I find that is a very good influence to for this during this pandemic. That's what I feel.
Understand. And I think in the past, nobody would have ever imagined so many interviews that can be done online. And so many digital tools, project management tools to manage our tasks, our workflow. I think this has really forced us to start somewhere, and I think a lot of people really benefited from it.
Benefit or not, it really depends on the company, because I did heard of a few candidates sharing with me that they spend even longer hours when they are working from home, and also they have many hours of wasted due to this online meeting, endless of online meeting with bad connections or people not joining the meeting or whatsoever. So it forced them to lag behind at work and then make them at least OT another 3-4 hours a day. So good and bad, it depends. Yes, we save on the transportation, but still there are some cons and pros that really depends on how you see it and how efficient that your company carry things out, the direction given, this and that. Yeah.
And then from your perspective, I think mental well-being and work-life
important.
balance, I think it's then even more crucial during this time,
Yes,
since
it is.
it's just a few steps to walk to your work desk and a few steps back to your bed.
Discipline.
So how do you manage that within your team? Like, how do you encourage your team members to really appreciate this fact and maintain the balance?
We have to set a goal, we have to set a KPI and let them, and also lead and show them how it can be done, how things can be done. And then after that, after seeing the example, then they will get things done the way that it should be. And then, but most importantly, I always tell them, we are all working adults. Everybody needs discipline, and nobody has time to, babysit anyone or to helicopter view anyone or whatsoever. And I'm thankful they're all, very disciplined, and they all have their own goals, and they all know what to do, which is very important when it comes to teamwork, because you really need to work in a team to go far. Because you want to go fast, you can go alone, but you want to go far, you really have to go in a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. So I think from there we can really hear that I think knowing what your objective is, having a clear goal is very important, and then also supporting each other, supporting your team members along the way is also very important.
Yes. It is.
So today, in the spirit of International Women's Day, what is also one of the biggest piece of advice you'd like to give to women who are also starting their careers?
This piece of advice, I have more than just one piece of advice. I actually have quite a lot, but okay, just go through fast. Okay, sure. So you really, really have to go down to the ground to show how things can be done. You really have to lead by example, okay, not just by words. And then you must be open to listen, to your people, to know what they are feeling. Okay, definitely you have been there to get to where you are today, but you definitely have to listen to how they are feeling, be open to listen. And then also you have to keep, for me, I feel that you have to keep your professional life and personal life apart. You must draw a line and always be daring enough to ask them for feedback. If they say that, okay, you did something wrong, you have to, admit fault and then find solution. Never be afraid to stand up for yourself if you really find that something that the thing that you're doing is correct or whatsoever. So you have to admit fault, but you have to find solution, and then just don't push blame lah. And also you must always have good intention, empathy, and also patience, and be decisive. Indecisive leaders really turn people off. And then you have to reward accordingly when your staff is doing good, and then you have to let them know, give them feedback when you see that they are lacking or they did something wrong. So communication is very important between humans lah, between employer and employees, or even between colleagues. Lack of communication, nothing co-treatment cannot get things cured.
Understand. And I think that very much, I think one piece of advice that really stood out to me was also the asking for feedback portion. And I think this piece of advice will be really applicable to really anyone, from someone that's junior starting out their first job all the way to someone that is developing into a people leader, or even someone in the executive position. I think asking for feedback from everyone is definitely a very improvement, something that will really drive a lot of improvement in their work and how they see things lah.
You must have to give feedback also, and while asking for feedback, you must also give feedback, and then to see how can grow. Ultimately, you have to understand humans are like tree. Not all seeds planted on the same day grow the same height. So you must be able to must be giving enough to accept that, and then don't expect that everybody grows the same, have the same amount of hitting the same KPI. It's impossible. They're not robots, so they're all humans. You're dealing with humans.
Definitely. So thanks, Sarah, for taking the time to speak with us today. No
problem.
I will also wish you the very best and continue to inspire the people around you. Thanks a lot, Sarah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.